Good afternoon, Peter. It is Wednesday, the 20th of October. And I don't have a tagline. Today I want to talk about Nano. I want to talk about something related to Nano, but first of all I want to talk about your last video. In your last video you talked about the process through which saints are made. Inaugurated, created, blessed, named, I don't know. I did know that in order to become a saint you need to have miracles attributed to you. So people pray to you and basically ask you to then ask God to do something for them. I knew this, but I thought it was like 3 miracles you have to be declared responsible for. But I don't know. Now I've always found it just a little bit weird that in the Catholic faith they pray to saints to ask God to do things for them. It just seems convoluted. Why not cut out the middleman? The Protestant faiths just make a bit more sense to me because you're not going through a middleman to intervene on your behalf. You're just going straight to the top and saying, hey, can you do this for me please? I'd really like it. Thanks! It's like being in a big company, and in the Catholic company they need to ask God's secretary to ask God to do something for them, and then it kind of passes back down the ladder. Whereas in the Protestant companies, anyone from any level can just go straight up to the CEO and say, hey, sorry, just thought I'd come in and say, can you do this for me? You'd be aces if you could. Thanks! Yeah, but moving on. This year for NaNoWriMo, I'm thinking of doing the origin story for Stormwalker, who was one of the superheroes that you and I came up with a couple of years ago. And just in case you've forgotten, Stormwalker's a superhero who teleports using lightning. And he can also use metal rods to conduct lightning as a weapon. And before we began this project, you and I talked about things that we would talk about if we ran out of other things to talk about. One of them being the superheroes that you and I have created. This is not me saying I have run out of things to talk about in these videos, it's just kind of come up naturally. And as I'm sure you remember, one of the absolutely useless talents I have is somewhat pseudoscientifically explaining why superheroes can do what they do. This is the thing that's somewhat related to Nano. So when Stormwalker gets struck by lightning, his body actually breaks apart into ionized atoms, which then flow along the stream of lightning at light speeds. And then he strikes the Earth again in another lightning-like bolt and reforms his atoms. That's how he does it. This is kind of a self-challenge, but I challenge you to come up with several superpower abilities, and then challenge me to explain them pseudoscientifically. That's how this challenge works. I challenge you to challenge me. Ha! I think we've done this previously where you challenge me to challenge you to do something, so now I'm returning the favour. So that's all of that. Prac continues to go well. My Year 11s have moved on from doing impro, and today I took them through musical parody, using several Weird Al songs as well as some literal lyric music videos. And on Friday they're moving on to stand-up comedy. That's all from me. I will see you tomorrow. Good afternoon, Peter. It is Thursday. It is not Thursday. Good afternoon, Peter. It is Thursday, the 20th of October. For goodness sake, it's Wednesday. Good afternoon, Peter. It is Wednesday, the 30th of October. For goodness sake. Run out is the word I want to use. Lots of cars, 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 lots of cars. There's a lady out there, she can see me talking to a camera.